Everybody. You see, we have a small flock of Romanov sheep in West Virginia's Allegheny Mountains. And my theory is that we only have a few sheep, so we can't afford for any of them to die. Good girl, Masha. We're mostly off-grid. We have power only to the house. All other outbuildings are on solar. And we have a composting toilet and a gray water system. We use harvested rainwater, and we grow a lot of our food. We have sheep for the wool and the meat. Our first bottle babies lived in our house for 14 days. David and I laughed. I'm sure we cried. Maybe it was just me. We fed in the middle of the night. We dealt with diarrhea, constipation, and tinkling on the floor. The lambs, not ours. The first bottle lamb who came to the house we called Lil Guy. His mom rejected him. In the wild, she would have left him to die. I'm sure of it. We've had many lambs, and it seems to me the first independent thing a lamb does, outside of nursing and moving about, is they paw the ground. I saw this tiny, near listless little lamb in his first 24 hours. He pawed the ground. He shook his ears in a feisty move. He stood as much as he could, even when his sisters were laying down. He flicked his tail a bit here and there. There was the will to live, and well, I don't have it in me to walk away and let a lamb die. Good Masha, good mama, good babies. So I slept in our makeshift warming hut for a night or two, feeding him with a dropper and letting him sleep with his mom and sisters. And I had hot water in my thermos, so I could warm the colostrum umpteen times a night. You see, I watched Masha. She's a good mom. She woke her babies every hour or so to make them get up and nurse. I learned a lot from her about what a good ewe does for her lambs, and what a good ewe does when the weak lambs aren't strong enough to thrive. That, however, was not an easy lesson for me. I really tried to get him to stand so he could nurse in those first 2 nights. I fed him every time she fed her other newborns. Then, the second night, Masha was aggressive towards him, like headbutt against the wall kind of aggressive. I freaked out and ripped him out of there. Little G was tiny, weak, listless, and could barely stand or walk, and so my education shifted gears. Little Guy couldn't bounce around like lambs do. His legs wouldn't cooperate, but when he was feeling frisky, he did shake his head, and eventually he'd add a hop in there. When they start doing more and more things that lambs do, well, I call this the unbearable cuteness of lambs. So cute it hurts. You're living in the moment, taking care of these little lambs, trying to do right by them, and keep them getting stronger and normal as fast as possible. You see, they have to be ready to move back in with the other sheep. You know they will leave the house, but you also know they don't belong in the house. This is the unbearable cuteness of lambs. It's really amazing to watch a newborn lamb. All the right things start to happen or they don't. So you try to fix it, and either it works or it doesn't. They rest when they need to rest. But he did those little lamb things, like nuzzling around, looking for things to nibble on, all kinds of things to put in his mouth. He's hungry, baby. Okay, baby. Good job, everybody. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Good job, baby. 2 males.
that for you. Like that. It was instantaneous.
Yes.
He's like, alright, I'll check this shit
You
out.
have family. I can take your lettuce plant away. We have to go get your new house.
Yeah, there's two of them, little man.
Oh. Now you're triplets. No. Alright. Let's be quick about getting the thing. Yeah, have I mentioned I'm not exactly a proper shepherdess? Because apparently these guys now have a romaine and a basil plant to keep them company. As needed, at some point they all got Pepto, electrolytes, grapeseed oil, and we gently cleaned crusty butts. Careful the cord. Oh, good job. Good job. That's my little man. I know you want to play with the others. It's a little too rough and tumble on your leg out there right now. Right, my little guy. Where are you? There's my baby. You need a snuggle. You need a snuggle, my little guy. You're a little sore today, huh? It's okay. What good babies you are. Yes. Lambs rest a lot in the first few days. And then, well, they do what lambs do. Time to break out of the crate more and more. I really didn't like keeping them in there, but it was for their own safety. There's a lot to get into our house. They only really were in the crate just to sleep and be overnight. Doing better, little guy? Yeah. Alright. Shall we go up the field? And shortly, well, ta-da! Little G, he's keeping up with the other lambs now. His legs are straighter every day, and he's laying down less. And look, they have more seedlings to play with. Little G's running and jumping and playing. Everyone's testing out the water and their little bits of grain that I put out for them. They spend most of the day outside now, even in the rain and chill, just with their tote house for cover outside. Yeah. Please don't hang out with the construction debris. Nice polenta pot to heat up our bottles. What do you say? Tinkling? Tinkling? Oh, tinkling? Oh, tinkling at the same time because I just woke you up. Good, Tinkle Towns. Come on. What's up? You don't trust this bigger space? I know it's almost too big, huh? I know. Oh, the construction debris behind you. Good job, babies. Good babies. You don't need to be in the construction debris, you guys. No. No, you don't. We're planting plants. Then they start to wreck the makeshift fencing and run all over the place. And then they're threatening the seedlings and the herb garden. And then, well,
Good babies. What are you doing, my little guy? How are you doing, all my little guys? It's a nice, brisk breeze we have going on, isn't it?
our guys,
What's
Lil
that?
G, Me G,
In the
and
middle of
BG.
your field.
All messages are leading to one thing. It's time to bring the lambs back up the hill. Yep, yay for them, and a bit sad for me. We achieved our goal. Our bottle lambs can hold their own now, and they're ready to live with the flock. That is a good thing.
There's a brick marking where my bush should be coming back up, hopefully.
Well, if you like this video and want to see more of what life is like next for these little guys,
Good
click
job.
the subscribe button and comment or ask questions, and we'd be happy to get back to you. Thanks for watching.
No, we don't. I'm not calling that. I can't predispose them. You're leaving the herb garden and the construction zone. Come on,
You're gonna
babies.
go hang out with the like ones. Yeah, you're gonna have more friends, including your brother and sister.
Yes. Oh, good
Your
babies.
brothers and sisters back.
Yeah.